Just so y'all know, Triple K Squad, I'm the Ravens and my brother is the KC. So yeah, I'm taking the mic off, so I'm Bob, like yeah. Alright, bye.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go, baby. At their own 24-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And right away, he lost the football. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 20. And he has has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Kansas City's offense coming back onto the field here, and the Chiefs now 8-4. They had the division battle this past weekend against Oakland. Beat them up pretty good, Charles, 40-9, and now it's looking for all the world that the division will belong to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 4th consecutive season as they sit at 8-4.
Despite the ups, despite the downs.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Wormley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. Come on.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson now. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their pullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Last year's MVP, Patrick Mahomes, leading the Chiefs for their next possession. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. But I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
23 yards on the tuck and run. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he's got some space. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Now it's Jackson out to his left. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Shreds him with his stiff arm. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A post to the... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, You got to tie a ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at 15 yards.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Text whoever's on my broadcast.
Really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got
Never mind, don't text.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 54 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a short kick, taken at about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Baltimore taking the field again here, and as we mentioned earlier, getting the win over San Fran this past week to get to 10-2. That's now 8 straight victories for the Ravens. That's a new franchise record. And you mentioned that they are going to have their, in all likelihood, their second consecutive division crown in the AFC North. Last year, they barely got it at the end of the season. They've got a full 3-game lead this year.
Yeah, they could cruise to the title. It won't be easy because they have to go to Buffalo next. And Buffalo has to have that game in order to keep pace in the wild card race, and they're playing pretty well. But then after that, they're home against the Jets. Then they take on the Browns, and then they're home for Pittsburgh. So you're right. They've got a chance to kind of cruise in, but I don't think they're going to play it that way. They've got a lot of momentum going. They're clicking on offense with Lamar Jackson, and the defense has really stepped up its game. Hard to move the ball against those Ravens.
And some incentive not to cruise to the finish line, because right now they're the #1 seed in the AFC by virtue of their win and the Patriots' loss in Houston this last week. Steps away, and he's got room. He's got the first down inside the 10. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now it's Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Check, 59, 59. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
To throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure. And I think the ball's out. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to take off with it. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 40 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The 20. The touchdown, Ravens. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it.
And they coughed it up, and the Ravens have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He can run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
That's it. That's it. For the year. On the ready. 50-50. Mike 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Following the fumble recovery. Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 41 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Watch tight end. Hey.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson forced, and the ball is knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Let's get it.
On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball at the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike Football. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw is Jackson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. The quick feet by Jackson. 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this for both of these guys running the ball?
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him.
No
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Welcome back live to Orlando. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away, and he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
He'll run it. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score